Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the Nectar of Bhagavatam series. Today we are going to relish a verse spoken directly by great demigods like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, in glorification of Lord Krishna, who is in the womb of Mother Devaki. And the verse goes like this. Swayam samuttirya sudustaram dyuman bhavarnamam bhimamadabrasaurudah भवत्पदाम्भोरुहनावमत्रते निधाय याता सदनुग्रहो bhavan. So meaning is Swayam Samuttirya, the great acharyas, the great devotees of Krishna, they have themselves crossed over the ocean of material existence, which is very fierce. Sudustaram, very difficult to cross. Bhimam, very fierce. Bhavarnamam, the ocean of material existence, they have themselves crossed, and being extremely compassionate, adabbar sauruda, what they have done? Bhavat padambhoruhanavamatrate. They have crossed the ocean by taking shelter of the boat, which is Krishna's lotus feet, your lotus feet, Bhavat padambhoruhanavamatrate. Nidhaya yata, and after crossing it over, they have left this boat for others to take shelter, for those who are suffering in this world. Sadanugraho bhavan. This is all your compassion, O Krishna. So let's try to relish the meaning in detail. So it starts with Swayam Samuttirya. It should be noted that without being liberated, nobody can save anybody else. Srimad Bhagavatam many times explains this. Kala karma gunadhino dehoyam panchabhautika kathamanyastu gopaye sarpagrasto ivetara. If we are ourselves stung by a snake, then how can we save others who are also similarly uh, bitten by a snake? So we ourselves, one himself has to be liberated in order to save others. So Swayam Samuttirya. So they have themselves crossed over this ocean of material existence, Bhavarnamam, because it's extremely in the ocean. If somebody falls, there is no other mean other than to take shelter of a boat. Like based on just one's own power, one cannot cross it over. Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Sudurstaram. Difficult to overcome. Mameva ye prapadnante mayametam tarantite. So Bhimam Adabra Sauruda, and they are extremely compassionate after crossing over the ocean of material existence. These acharyas, these great devotees, they have left the boat for the conditioned souls who are still struggling and fighting and drowning in this ocean. Adabbar Sauruda, because they are trying to find the means and the ways to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet suitable to time, place, and circumstances. So they painstakingly undergo this endeavor or take up this austerity or voluntary suffering for the sake of conditioned souls, running a risk of being misunderstood or tortured by the very same conditioned soul for whose welfare they are working. So therefore, Adabra Sauruda, not caring for their own honor or dishonor, their own discomfort, but painstakingly working for the deliverance of other conditioned souls. So, Adabra Sauruda. And Bhavat Padambhoruha Navamatrate, the taking the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, leaving the boat of Krishna's lotus feet. They have crossed. Usually, what happens? Somebody crosses with a using a boat, the boat goes to the other shore. But this is a divine boat. Even after crossing, it remains. Just like Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate. Even many manifestations come out of Krishna, still Krishna remains completely full. So similarly, taking the boat of Krishna's lotus feet, somebody has crossed over, but still Krishna's lotus feet remain where they are to be taken shelter by the next batch of troubled souls. So Nidhaya Yata Sadanugraho Bhavan. So Krishna is extremely merciful for to those who has taken shelter of this method given by Acharyas, Sad Anugraha. So those who have taken shelter of true path, Satpatha, Krishna is very compassionate over upon them. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that it is joint effort of it is Krishna and Guru and Krishna together help a sincere soul who wants to return back home, back to Godhead. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beej. So, what is that method of taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet? That is bhakti, which means Anyabilashita Shunyam, which means Anukulya se Sankalpa, Pratikulya se Varjanam, avoiding unfavorable things like that four gross sins, and doing the favorable things like chanting Hare Krishna, eating prasad. So this method of taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet will definitely is approved by Krishna, and Krishna will definitely reciprocate for with a sincere devotee's efforts, and the doors to spiritual world will be open for such a sincere soul. So that's an amazing verse which not only talks about Krishna's compassion, but how Krishna's compassion manifests through the Acharya's compassion. And Prabhupada writes, so it's Acharya's duty to find newer and newer ways for same way bhakti only, but the implementation of bhakti which is suitable for the and easily doable by the that particular crowd or that particular time, place, and circumstances. So therefore, acharyas have written books over books, like Rupa Goswami has written Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Prabhupada has written so much of literature, which is like the method to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. It is like a boat to cross over the ocean of material existence. So let's take shelter of that boat and make our life successful. This is the gist of today's verse. And with that, we will conclude. Krishna willing, we will meet again. Till then, have a very nice Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna.